All right, guys, I got our next guest of the night here who's going to be fighting on the Valor Fights card going on in just about a week now. Thomas Wooley joining us here today. What's going on, Thomas?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me.
I am so pumped that you're here. And for anybody that doesn't know, Thomas is the featherweight amateur champion over there. And his last fight was November 5th, man. You had a submission of the year. Everyone was trying to hype up and trying to get that vote in for you, man. So you had a successful 2016. I'm going to start off with this question here. How many times do you see yourself fighting this year?
This year, I definitely want to, defend my belt, this fight coming up. And then I see myself, I'll be gone a little bit because of school after, but I plan on getting in 2 more fights this year.
And just for our listeners out there that are just meeting you for the first time, man, what are you going to school for?
I'm at Kennesaw State University right now, and I'm finishing up with a criminal justice degree.
So that's got to be a lot, man. Going to the gym, having to get ready for a fight, and then going to study. And studying's a lot, man. I give you a lot of credit. And then having to go through weight cuts, or you're like moody and dealing with all this. How do you do it?
Man, how do I do it? I don't know.
Well,
God takes care of me.
Do you have a girlfriend too?
I do not, man. I'm single right now.
Okay.
Maybe that's why.
That's how you can do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this upcoming fight, man, you got what do you know about your opponent?
Preston, man, he's a good guy, comes from a good gym. We're excited to fight him. I'm excited to test myself. Comes out of Casey Oxidine's gym, who's a well-known name. Wow. So we're excited, man. I've been training hard. My training partners, the camp has been perfect. I have no excuses. Everything's been perfect for me. I've been spoiled this camp.
So Casey actually came on. He's been on here before. I'm gonna try to get your opponent on as well because I like doing that for everybody.
Yeah.
Valor Fights has been putting on a great cards in 2016, 2017. What does it feel to be a part of an amazing feeder league to Bellator and UFC?
Man, it's awesome because I've started with Valor and I've kind of seen how they've grown as I've grown as a fighter. Just the promotion. Tim Loy has done a great job. Casey Oxidine, as you know, is part of it, and like Cutman, Mark Laws, everyone just helping out in this organization. You can see it growing day to day, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Hey, man, I know you know a little bit about your opponent, but do you know where he gets his haircuts from? Because he's always looking sharp. Do you have a barber that you go to, before the fights, try to get fresh? Have any rituals or anything?
He definitely has me beat in the hair game. Hopefully that's the only thing he's got me beat in. No, but I'm a simple guy, man. I get, one shave. I don't want anything in my way.
The old crew cut. Well, do you have any fight rituals that you're kind of realizing that you do every time you step in, or no, not really?
Not really, man. I have a schedule. I like to do everything organized: training, eating, nutrition, the day of the fight, the week of the fight, planning out everything. I try to be as efficient as I can in everything I do. So not really rituals, but I just have a plan I follow, I guess, if you could say that.
So in case anybody wants to go check out Thomas Wooley's page, you're on Facebook, man. And I was, scrolling down there doing my research, and it looks like you got a sweet tooth, man. So I was checking out that picture of the Greek donuts that were drenched in white chocolate and Oreos. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So do you have a post-fight food that you have in mind that you're gonna be, trying to get?
Man, I was raised on great food. My mother is probably the best cook I know, and I love cooking myself. So cutting weight, I don't know why I torture myself, but I do nothing but watch food videos when I'm cutting weight. I don't know why people are like, "You're crazy. That makes it worse." I'm like, well, it kind of helps. I kind of have something to look forward to after the fight.
A lot of fighters, they like treating everybody out. Like they usually go out for pizza and stuff. It's so hard to watch, but. You gotta make the weight. I mean, if you miss weight, it looks awful because you're showing up to work pretty much. It's pretty much like showing up to work unprepared,
Absolutely.
So have you ever had any weight cutting problems before in the past or anything like that? And who do you work with to, get your weight down?
Never, man. I've always made weight, and I've never understood. And, maybe it's just something I need to learn, but I've never understood UFC fighters, you're a professional that don't make weight. I've never got that. I cut a lot of weight. I know some fighters, especially in their amateur career, they may, just cut 10 pounds, easy water weight. But I cut up a little bit of weight, and I've never missed weight, but I've always felt great doing it because I've always planned, 8 weeks out what I'm eating, how much water intake I'm having, and, act like a professional when I'm cutting weight. It's just another part of the sport.
So who are you working with at your gym over there? Any names that you know?
Yeah. So Brandon Garner is one of my main training partners, and he actually sets up all my practices, all my outside strength and conditioning. He's a certified strength and conditioning coach. From Sunday, we know what we're doing Monday through Friday. Everything, like I said, is planned out, organized. I'm training alongside monsters like Kobe
I
Wall
was about to
and
bring his name up, man. He was just
yeah,
on here.
yeah. Um, Love Kobe, man. He's been pushing me hard in the gym. Jason Wolf is another guy that's fought for Valor a couple times. He's making his pro debut this summer. Um, Elijah Shabazz is my boxing coach. Helps me out all the time. Man, like I said, I'm spoiled with great training partners.
So what's the vibe going on over there? I know you guys have some fun. I saw the mannequin challenge that you guys do.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the vibe over there leading up to fight week? Does it get a little more quiet? Do you guys get a little more energy? What's it look like there? What's the vibe?
A little more energy. We've had great practices this week, and this is actually one of the first times. Usually, man, every time I've had a fight, it's been just me. I've had a camp. A great camp every fight, but it's just me. But when you have a teammate beside you, grinding as hard as you, going hard, cutting weight with you, you kind of push each other, and you just feel that motivation to help each other and keep going.
That's awesome, man. That's a fun thing to hear, and you see that a lot in the bigger camps, especially.
Yeah.
I like when you hear fighters getting along because there are fighters out there that will go to camps, but they don't want anyone else training with them. They kind of get their own ego thing going on, and it's
Right.
cool to see what's going on in the gyms, like the smaller gyms and stuff. Do you your last fight you dedicated to your mother? How's she doing, man?
She's doing good, man. I think we pretty much beat cancer. That was a hard time in our life, especially, I felt selfish at times, training for a fight, just kind of thinking, but it really put things in perspective. But my mom knew she wanted me to fight. That's what she wanted me to do. And she's, the toughest lady I know, and beating stage 3 cancer, and winning the belt. I mean, what more could I ask for?
Well, listen, man, you're not the first person that said they kind of felt selfish about it. I had Paul Felder on the show before. A lot of fighters that kind of dealing with the same thing that you are. I lost my stepfather a couple years ago to brain cancer, and to hear stories like this is amazing. I even interviewed AJ Sisko, who's a fighter who just actually beat cancer. I think he's under the Valor Fights.
I've heard of his name before, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fights under Valor Fights. So it's just such an inspirational thing to hear these stories, man. What's one thing that you took away from it all?
Perseverance, brother. One thing, it's really strengthened my faith. Just believing that God's going to take care of me no matter what, and whichever road you're going to go, whichever road is going to happen, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So just keep the faith and press on, and perseverance. Like my father, taking care of my family while taking care of my mother. It's just seeing my family persevere, through something like cancer really makes fighting small, makes training small. Like, you think you're going through something hard when you're really not.
Well, Paul just said, he was on the show, like I just said, he was like, what we go through is nothing compared to what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And, my next question for you here, man, is, for anybody out there that's kind of going through that struggle, what advice can you give them to kind of, find that light?
Man, just pray on and have faith that everything's going to work out, and just persevere. Just fight to the end. My mother was blessed. She had a great support team around. I had a great support team, but just to persevere to the end, man. That's all I could really say.
I also like asking fighters this, man. When you find out who you're fighting, you start getting ready for it. Now we're a week away now.
Yep.
You probably see this fight going a certain way. What do you see happening here?
Just my hand raised at the end.
So anything that you know about your opponent other, than what he does inside the cage? Anything that you know about him, like hobbies or anything, like that?
No, I don't know anything really about him. I just know he comes from a great gym, and it's kind of exciting to fight those guys. Because I think if you truly want to be the best in this, you want to fight the best guys. I don't want to automatic, some independent, not dissing independent fighters, but, someone that you don't really know that comes from a great gym, and Preston has a good resume behind him. So this is just another step. This is just another step up the ladder for me to, get better and go on with my career.
And it's a little harder for the amateurs too, because if you're trying to study film, you can't really do that as an amateur because the guy that you're fighting is going to be a completely different guy, most likely.
Right.
By the
Absolutely.
time he steps in there. So, what have you been really working on since last time you were in there in November?
Man, we just went back to what we just repetition, drill. Like my practices, I feel I get my confidence from preparation. I'm not a guy that really, I don't talk smack. I don't go around and kind of say this stuff, but I get cocky in the way I train, the way I prepare. I'm not just hitting pads, hitting random combinations, and I don't know why I'm throwing it. You know what I mean? Everything is we're throwing it, or we're doing this takedown, or we're doing this submission for a reason, and there's a scenario behind it. So that's where, and I feel like a lot of guys don't train like that.
So are you also on Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat, anywhere for our listeners to look you up right now?
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter, but I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Just simple Thomas Wooley. You can find me pretty easily.
All right, so I'll be sharing that on our Facebook page as well. And something that somebody asked me to ask you, when you're coming on here, they want to know if you saw the new Hugh Jackman movie.
Man, I did.
You did?
That was I went opening night. I couldn't wait.
Without giving anything away, can you kind of give us, an idea of what it was?
I can say it was the best Marvel movie I've ever seen, and I would say that any audience could go see that movie and enjoy it.
Does it beat out The Dark Knight?
Ooh, you're bringing out my inner nerd, man. I don't know. That's it's good. That was an epic question. That's a hard question to answer.
That's a funny one, man. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. I've been asking all the fighters as well this question, and this is my last question for you, man.
Okay.
Are you a big follower of UFC fights, and did you catch UFC 209 last weekend?
Oh, absolutely, man. I watch every fight. I'm a fighter, but also I think I'm an even bigger fan.
So what was your take on that main event there?
I think a lot of people, especially like spectators, they come. It goes way back to the Roman Coliseum days. They want to see a slugfest. They want to see blood. But like people that don't really understand the sport, it was a technical, beautiful fight. That fight had to go that way because of the two styles of each other. And I think someone that doesn't know the game well won't understand that. But I mean, in my eyes, I thought it was a beautiful display. But someone that I think doesn't understand Stephen Thompson's distance and karate style and Tyron Woodley's blitzing power, that they had to fight like that. It just had to. It's not really the best, not best, but most exciting fight. But it's what had to happen for both guys.
It was like watching two magnets, kind of like what you're saying. They know each other so well that you got to find that perfect moment. They're just like trying to go after someone, but it's like a magnet, just kind of like pushing away because if I do this, then you might do that. So it's kind of playing in your head a lot. So it was an interesting fight. I just can't wait for Robbie Lawler to step back in there.
Oh yeah.
I got his picture right here next to me. Looking forward to that, and he's actually back in the gym, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Last question for you, man. What can everybody expect when they tune in to see you on the 18th?
You can expect a ready, lean 145 Thomas Wooley, ready for action.
And do you have anything that you would like your opponent to know, since I got you on here and he'll most likely be joining us?
Nah, man, just see you at weigh-ins.
Good luck, right? Good luck.
Yeah,
so what we like to do now, man, I hand the imaginary microphone over to you. If you have any sponsors, any shout-outs to anyone at all, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, man, I'd like to make a shout-out to my main training partners, Brandon Gardner, Kobe Wall, Elijah Shabazz, Jason Wolf, Cody Linder, my coaches, Coach Juan. I'd love to make a shout-out to Discount Nutrition for taking care of me, and all my friends and family.
I appreciate it, man. Make sure you guys tune in to see Thomas Wooley at Valor Fights coming up on the 18th on flowcombat.com. And also, guys, I'm going to be sharing all of his stuff on our Facebook page as well, including his last win, that submission there. So make sure you guys check it out. Thomas, I want to thank you, man, and best of skill come Valor Fights.
Man, thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me.
I had fun, man. Have a good one.
You too.
DJ Payne 1.